Today, I will tell you the story of one of the richest and most influential people in the world. His name is Bill Gates. Many people know him as the founder of Microsoft. Some people know him as a billionaire. Others know him as a man who gives away billions of dollars to help people. But how did he become so successful? Was he always rich? Did everything go perfectly in his life? The answer is no. In today's story, you will learn about his childhood, his struggles, his biggest successes, and the lessons we can learn from his life. So sit back, relax, and let's begin.
Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, in the United States. His full name is William Henry Gates III. He grew up in a comfortable family. His father was a lawyer, and his mother was a teacher and community leader. From a young age, Bill was different from many other children. He loved reading books. In fact, he read so many books that his parents sometimes worried about him. While other children were playing outside, Bill often spent hours reading and learning.
He was especially interested in mathematics. Mathematics means the study of numbers and calculations. Bill enjoyed solving difficult problems. He loved challenges. Even as a child, he was curious about how things worked. His parents wanted him to become a lawyer like his father, but Bill had other ideas. And soon, something happened that changed his life forever.
When Bill was 13 years old, he went to a private school called Lakeside School. One day, the school received a computer terminal. Today, computers are everywhere, but in the late 1960s, computers were very rare. Most people had never even seen one. The moment Bill saw the computer, he became fascinated. Fascinated means extremely interested in something. He spent hours learning how the machine worked. He learned computer programming.
Programming means giving instructions to a computer. Bill loved it. He would stay late after school just to use the computer. Sometimes he barely slept because he was so excited to learn more. At Lakeside School, Bill met another student named Paul Allen. Paul was older than Bill, but they shared the same passion for computers. The two friends spent countless hours learning and experimenting. Experimenting means trying new ideas to see what happens. They were not just learning, they were preparing for something much bigger, but they did not know it yet. As teenagers, Bill and Paul started small computer projects. Sometimes they made mistakes. Sometimes their programs failed. But they kept learning. One day, they created software for a local company. Software means computer programs that perform specific tasks. For two young students, this was a big achievement. It showed that their skills had real value.
However, this was only the beginning. After finishing high school, Bill Gates entered Harvard University. Harvard is one of the most famous universities in the world. Everyone expected Bill to become very successful, but something surprising happened.
Although he was an excellent student, he spent more time thinking about computers than studying his classes. He loved programming much more than university life. Then, in 1975, an important event changed everything. A new personal computer called the Altair 8800 was introduced. Personal computer means a computer designed for individual use.
Bill and Paul saw an opportunity. Opportunity means a chance to do something important. They believed personal computers would become popular. At that time, many people disagreed. Most people thought computers were only for large companies.
But Bill and Paul saw the future. They contacted the company that made the Altair. They told the company they had software ready. The truth was different. They had not finished creating it yet.
Now they had to work day and night. For weeks they worked tirelessly. Tirelessly means without stopping because of determination. Finally, they completed the software. The company loved it. This success gave Bill and Paul confidence. Soon after, they started a company called Microsoft. The name came from two words, microcomputer and software. At first, Microsoft was very small. The company had few employees and limited resources. Resources means money, tools, or materials that help you do something. Bill worked extremely hard. Many days he slept in the office. He reviewed every piece of software. He wanted everything to be perfect. Things were not easy. There was competition everywhere. Competition means people or companies trying to succeed in the same area. Many technology companies were growing. Microsoft had to fight for survival. But Bill never gave up. Then came a moment that changed his life forever. In 1980, Microsoft signed an agreement with IBM. IBM wanted an operating system for its new personal computer. An operating system is the main software that controls a computer. Bill saw an incredible opportunity. Instead of selling the software completely, Microsoft kept important rights to it. This decision became one of the smartest business moves in history. Soon, personal computers started appearing in homes and offices. Microsoft software spread around the world. The company grew rapidly. Rapidly means very quickly. Year after year, Microsoft became bigger and more powerful. Then, Microsoft created Windows. Microsoft Windows. Windows made computers easier to use.
People no longer needed difficult commands. They could click icons and use a mouse. Millions of people loved it. Sales exploded. Exploded means increased extremely fast. Microsoft became one of the largest companies in the world. And Bill Gates became one of the richest people on earth. By his early 30s, he was already a billionaire. A billionaire is someone who owns more than $1 billion. It seemed like a perfect success story. But success brought new problems, and those problems were very serious.
As Microsoft became more powerful, governments started paying attention. Some people believed Microsoft had too much control over the computer industry. Control means the power to influence or direct something. In the 1990s, Microsoft faced major legal challenges. Legal means related to the law. Government officials investigated the company. Investigated means carefully examined. There were court cases and public criticism. Many people questioned Bill Gates. For the first time, he faced intense pressure. Pressure means stress caused by difficult situations. Some people thought Microsoft's best days were over, but Bill continued working. He learned from mistakes. He adapted to changing situations.
Adapted means adjusted successfully to new conditions. This period taught him valuable lessons about leadership and responsibility. But another major change was coming. As Bill grew older, he started thinking about something different. He had already achieved enormous business success. Now he wanted to help solve global problems. Global means affecting the whole world. Together with his wife at the time, Melinda Gates, he created the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The foundation focused on health, education, and poverty. Poverty means the condition of being very poor. The organization donated billions of dollars. It supported vaccines, schools, and medical research.
Research means careful study to discover new information. Millions of people around the world benefited from these efforts. Many experts consider the foundation one of the most important charitable organizations in history. Charitable means helping people in need.
Bill Gates gradually stepped away from Microsoft's daily operations. He wanted to spend more time helping others. Some people were surprised. After all, he could have simply enjoyed his wealth. But Bill believed success should be used to make the world better.
What happened next surprised everyone. Bill became almost as famous for giving money away as he was for earning it. He encouraged other wealthy people to donate their fortunes. Fortune means a very large amount of money. His message was simple. If you are fortunate, you should help others. Of course, Bill Gates also faced personal challenges. Not everyone agreed with his ideas. Some people criticized his decisions. Others questioned his influence.
Influence means the ability to affect people's actions or opinions. Being famous is not always easy. Every action is watched closely. Every mistake becomes public. But Bill continued focusing on his goals. He remained committed to learning and improving. One thing that makes Bill Gates interesting is his love of reading. Even today, he reads many books every year. He believes learning never stops. That is an important lesson. Many people think successful people already know everything, but Bill believes the opposite. He believes the more you learn, the more you realize how much you do not know. This mindset helped him throughout his life. Mindset means a person's way of thinking. Whenever he faced a problem, he looked for knowledge. Whenever he made a mistake, he tried to learn from it. That attitude helped him become successful.
Another lesson from Bill Gates is the power of focus. When he was young, he focused deeply on computers. While others ignored technology, he spent thousands of hours learning. Those hours later became a huge advantage. Advantage means something that helps you succeed.
Many people want success quickly, but Bill's story shows that success often comes from years of preparation, years of learning, years of practice, years of persistence. Persistence means continuing even when things are difficult. Bill Gates also teaches us the importance of taking risks. Leaving Harvard was a risky decision. Starting Microsoft was risky. Betting on personal computers was risky. Many people thought he was making a mistake, but he believed in his vision. Vision means a clear idea about the future. Without taking risks, he might never have changed the world. Another lesson is that success is not the end. After becoming rich, Bill looked for new ways to make a difference. He understood that money alone does not create happiness. Purpose creates happiness. Purpose means a meaningful reason for doing something.
Helping others gave him a new purpose, and that purpose continues today. When we look at Bill Gates's life, we see much more than a businessman. We see a curious child who loved learning. We see a teenager who became obsessed with computers. We see a young man who took a huge risk. We see an entrepreneur who built one of the world's most important companies. Entrepreneur means a person who starts and runs a business. And we see a philanthropist who dedicated much of his wealth to helping others. Philanthropist means a person who gives money and support to help people. His journey was not perfect. He faced criticism. He made mistakes. He experienced failures. But he never stopped learning. He never stopped working. And he never believed in the future.
So, what can we learn from Bill Gates? First, never stop learning. Second, work hard on the things you love. Third, do not be afraid to take smart risks. Fourth, learn from your mistakes.
And finally, use your success to help others whenever possible. Bill Gates changed the world through technology, but perhaps his greatest lesson is much simpler. Stay curious, keep learning, and always believe that small actions today can create a better future tomorrow. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, listen again and practice the new words. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.